Okay, let's dive into this. I mean, you've probably heard the buzz, right? The whispers, the trending topics. It's all about NFL icon Tom Brady and the model Brooks Nader.
Yeah, that Venice encounter really set the internet on fire.
Exactly. And everyone's asking the same thing. Was that just, a friendly dance at a party, or are we looking at the start of something?
Yeah.
Something more.
So today we're really digging into the source material we have.
Right.
It's mainly excerpts from this piece, Brady and Nader, Venice Whispers Ignite Romance Rumors.
Right.
And our goal here, like with all these deep dives, is to get past those flashy headlines. We want to pull out the key bits of info, the real insights, to help you understand what actually went down.
And why it's causing such a stir.
Precisely. We're sifting through these reports to see what they genuinely tell us about, well, this unfolding story.
And honestly, based on what's in these reports, the details, plus this really noticeable silence from both of them, it really could change how you see Tom Brady's personal life after Giselle.
It's definitely a fascinating situation, still playing out.
So let's start at the beginning. The setting. That kind of says a lot, doesn't it? Jeff Bezos' party in Venice.
Yeah.
Super private, super extravagant.
Oh, absolutely. The reports paint a picture, don't they? Packed with billionaires, celebrities, and models. You know, the kind of place where normally even big stars might just blend in.
You'd think so.
But here's the interesting part. According to several accounts, even with that A-list crowd, the focus shifted pretty quickly. It seems all eyes landed on this, well, unlikely pairing.
Brady and Nader.
Exactly. NFL legend Tom Brady and Sports Illustrated model Brooks Nader. Now, they apparently arrived separately. That's key.
Okay.
But once they were inside, the whole narrative took an unexpected turn, as the source material puts it.
An unexpected turn. So what did people actually see inside that got everyone talking? The first reports mentioned they quickly gravitated toward each other. What does it even look like at a party like this?
Well, this is where it gets juicy. Official photos. Pretty much non-existent. But then these unofficial, grainy but telling pictures started doing the rounds.
Ah, the blurry phone pics.
Probably. And these shots, they apparently showed Tom and Brooks dancing together, laughing, just looking very comfortable.
Okay, comfortable can mean a lot of things, though.
Right, but here's the distinction the sources make. It wasn't seen as staged. It wasn't perceived as, just friends hanging out. The vibe was different.
How so?
The reports emphasize real, visible chemistry. That's the phrase used.
Yeah.
And that description really separates these images from your average party snapshots, doesn't it?
It does. And those grainy photos, they weren't in isolation, right? There were eyewitness accounts, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A whole bunch of them, apparently, from people who were right there at the party. And they pretty consistently describe the two as, almost inseparable.
Inseparable. Wow.
Yeah, things like sharing a private conversation in a quiet corner, lots of smiling, leaning in close, and the dancing. It was described as having this warmth and familiarity.
Okay, leaning in, warmth, familiarity. That does paint a picture. It naturally leads to that big question the sources hint at. Okay, are they actually together? Or what's really going on here?
And to really get the significance of all this, you kind of need to understand who we're talking about here. Let's start with Brooks Nader.
Okay.
The material we reviewed is pretty clear. She's not just, a beautiful model. She's painted as a major force in the modeling world.
Right, she's well established.
Exactly. Described as confident, charismatic, and used to being in the spotlight. So she's not someone who'd likely be starstruck or easily overshadowed, even by someone like Tom Brady.
That's a good point.
Yep.
And then you have Brady, his life post-divorce.
Yeah.
The reports say he's kept things pretty quiet since splitting from Giselle Bündchen.
Yeah, very private compared to before.
We've heard rumors prop up now and then, obviously.
Yeah.
But the sources we looked at specifically state nothing serious. Until now. That until now feels significant.
It really does. It reframes everything for him, potentially. And what makes this whole situation stand out compared to maybe other celebrity pairings we hear about is how natural it supposedly looked.
Natural?
Yeah, the descriptions keep coming back to that. They talk about candid moments, ones you don't fake. It suggests this wasn't some kind of planned PR thing.
More like a genuine interaction caught on camera, even if the camera was just someone's phone.
Precisely. And then you layer on top of that the silence.
Yeah, that's the other really striking part. It's been, what, weeks now? And from both Tom and Brooks. Nothing.
Exactly. No posts, no interviews, no denial. Which, in today's world, is kind of loud, isn't it?
It really is. Especially for celebrities of their level. Usually there's a quick statement, a source denial. something.
Right, and the source material suggests this silence might actually be the message. In celebrity culture, silence can speak louder than 1,000 tabloid headlines. It's an interesting take.
It makes you think, is the lack of denial a confirmation or something else?
And that silence gets even more interesting when you hear about these personal observations from people close to the situation. Little whispers.
Like what?
Well, the reports mention that Brooks apparently has been glowing recently. Happier, more grounded. Things her friends have noticed.
Okay.
And similarly with Brady, there are comments that he's appeared lighter, more upbeat. Nothing dramatic, just subtle shifts, but noticeable.
Subtle, but maybe telling. You start to wonder, could something real actually be developing, quietly,
Yeah.
away from the cameras?
It definitely fuels that speculation.
Well,
Which leads to this other theory that's floating around in the source material.
yeah.
That maybe this whole Venice thing, maybe it was intentional, not staged, but like a soft rollout.
A soft launch, like an unspoken, here we are, without actually saying, here we are.
Exactly, without needing a big announcement. And if that was the plan, well, the reports say it's working.
Oh, it's definitely working. I mean, look at the reaction. Fans, the media, even other celebs, apparently they can't stop speculating.
Their names are trending everywhere. People are digging up old interviews, scrutinizing social media posts, looking for any little clue.
Connecting the dots, or maybe creating dots where there aren't any, it's definitely generated a massive amount of buzz without a single official word.
Masterful, in a way. Which brings us right back to that central question the source material keeps posing.
Is this real or fleeting?
Pretty much. Is this just a brief spark caught in the flash of an expensive evening? Or is this the beginning of something deeper, something lasting? That's the core mystery.
And while the deep dive doesn't give us the final answer, how could it yet? It does feel like the evidence leans towards, well, something potentially more serious than just a party fling.
I agree.
We've seen so many celebrity hookups fizzle out fast, right? But this one, it just feels different, as the reports suggest. There's this air of mystery around it.
The timing, too. It feels significant for both of them in their lives right now.
Totally. And there's that line from the source material about something in the way they looked at each other that's hard to ignore. It leaves an impression.
It really does.
So, recapping our deep dive, we've seen the reports of this undeniable chemistry, these sort of candid moments caught in Venice.
Right, coupled with this really powerful, maybe even strategic silence from both Brady and Nader.
And these subtle but interesting shifts in how they're reportedly acting, according to people close to them.
Yeah. So, as it stands right now, based purely on the material we've analyzed, we're basically left waiting, watching, wondering.
That's like everyone else.
Exactly. And the narrative itself kind of hints that the actual truth, whatever it is, might be even juicier than the rumors currently swirling around. It's a story that's definitely not over yet.
It makes you think, though, in this age where literally everything seems to be documented, posted, shared, what does it tell you when people deliberately choose not to comment publicly? Especially about something like a potential relationship.
Yeah, how does that intentional silence shape how we perceive celebrity connections? Does it make it seem more real, more calculated?
It's a fascinating question about modern fame, isn't it? Something to definitely mull over.